Hello, this is Ayako Sekiguchi from Wellness Kitchen. Today's ingredient is this. It's now in season. This is Jerusalem artichoke. You can't always find Jerusalem artichokes everywhere, but if you do, you should definitely buy them because they're an amazing health food. They contain an incredible amount of inulin, a type of soluble dietary fiber. Burdock root contains a significant amount of inulin, but Jerusalem artichoke has triple the amount, and that's just the start regarding inulin. Soluble dietary fiber is also called fermentable fiber. Inside your stomach, some beneficial bacteria produce effective components like short-chain fatty acids, so it's like they're creating fermented foods right inside your gut. The more you learn about this amazing food, the more impressive it becomes. This time, I'll explain it in detail. About blood sugar control and also about your internal environment, effective ways to take it, and recipes tailored to each benefit. I'll be introducing these two things, so please watch until the end. I'll talk about 3 amazing benefits of Jerusalem artichoke. First, for relieving constipation, Jerusalem artichoke contains something called inulin. It contains a lot of soluble dietary fiber. Inulin increases good bacteria and improves their function. It's called a prebiotic. It's a part of food. Inulin absorbs water and moves slowly inside the body. Due to this trait, it effectively relieves constipation. When your internal environment is balanced, you can expect benefits like improved immunity, better quality of life, and enhanced metabolism. Second, blood sugar control. A rapid increase in blood sugar after meals can damage your blood vessels. It is a cause of diabetes and other lifestyle-related diseases, and it is also a major enemy of beauty and anti-aging. It causes glycation. Inulin wraps around sugar and passes slowly through the stomach, and it also suppresses the absorption of excess sugar, so it helps to moderate the rise in blood sugar levels. Third, it helps maintain normal blood pressure and relieves swelling in the body by regulating the amount of water. It is rich in the mineral potassium. Potassium helps maintain normal blood pressure by balancing sodium, so if you don't get enough, it can lead to high blood pressure. Having enough potassium helps remove excess sodium from the body, which can prevent or improve swelling. However, no matter how good it is, you need to be careful about how you consume it. Since it's a vegetable, you can eat as much as you like. If you eat too much chrysanthemum, you might feel bloated or have loose stools, so please eat it according to your own condition. As you get used to eating it, your stomach will settle down. For those who want to keep eating chrysanthemum for their health, it seems that about 20 to 30 grams per day is a good guideline. One thing to note is the greatest appeal of Jerusalem artichoke. Inulin is water-soluble, so if you soak it in water for too long, it will be lost. The same goes for potassium. Also, the cut surface may turn red, but that's because of the polyphenols, so you can use it as is. It's okay to use. The entire skin has a reddish hue. Jerusalem artichokes contain polyphenol anthocyanins, which give them their color. Be cautious of allergies to Jerusalem artichokes. Since chrysanthemums are chrysanthemum plants, please avoid them if you have a chrysanthemum allergy. Here's an effective way to eat chrysanthemums. I will introduce recipes for both blood sugar control and improving your internal environment. First, if you're aiming for the effects of inulin to help with blood sugar control, it's best to eat it before meals. It's especially recommended to take it in the morning for effects lasting until lunchtime. It's fine to take it before or with meals. Chrysanthemums are crisp, even raw. The texture is delicious, but to enhance the absorption of soluble dietary fiber, it's more effective to eat it slightly softened, such as in soups. So first, as a recipe for blood sugar control, we'll make chrysanthemum puree. Let's get started. Wash the chrysanthemum thoroughly with the skin on and roughly chop it. I've washed the chrysanthemum carefully. If there are a lot of small bumps like this and it's hard to wash, separate them into smaller pieces from the bumps. It kind of looks more raw than anything else, doesn't it? Compared to regular types, it has less sugar, so it's lower in calories too. I'm going to use a knife to clean off just the dark parts. Chrysanthemum skin is also rich in polyphenols. Since it also has a lot of dietary fiber, please try to use it with the skin on. For these small spots, use a spoon or something similar to scrape off just the bad parts. Also, the skin has its own aroma, so I think it would be great if you could make use of it. Chop the cleaned chrysanthemum roughly. It's better to leave Jerusalem artichokes in chunks rather than chopping them too finely when cooking. The reason is, this time, since it's a recipe where we want to get plenty of inulin, it's better to cook the Jerusalem artichokes in larger chunks so that the inulin doesn't break down as much. This way the inulin won't be decomposed by the enzymes. This time, just estimate the amounts. No need to measure precisely. Cut as much as desired. Once you start cutting, you'll see it turn slightly black, similar to burdock root. It may darken a bit, but that's just the polyphenols, so don't worry about it. You don't need to soak it in water or anything. Just use it as is. It should look like this. Add a little rice oil and lightly saute the Jerusalem artichoke. I'm lightly coating it with oil because I want to add a bit of richness. Now add the water. Cover the Jerusalem artichoke with water, set aside for later. We'll adjust the amount of liquid based on the desired thickness, so for now, just add enough water to cook the Jerusalem artichoke until it's soft. Let it simmer gently until the Jerusalem artichoke becomes tender. It's getting soft now, so let's stop the heat here. Use a blender, hand blender, or food processor to make it smooth. And just like that, it's now completely smooth. That's it. You can add water or something similar to adjust it to your preferred thickness. This time, I've made it a little thicker. For the seasoning, I want to finish it with dashi powder and salt. This is Wellness Kitchen's original blend, made only with natural ingredients, straight kombu, shiitake mushrooms, and onion skins, creating a gentle powdered dashi that's good for your body. It's already a fine powder, so if you add it directly like this, it will dissolve right away. And salt, we'll try finishing it a little on the lighter side. With that, it's done. Enjoy it before or with your meal. Having it in the morning will let the veggie first effect of dietary fiber last until lunch. Give it a try. Please try it for blood sugar control. Next, Kiku no Nawaye. This is actually the strongest combination, especially as a hearing recipe. Chrysanthemum is a prebiotic food that increases good bacteria in the gut. For example, oligosaccharides and dietary fiber are also in that group. And then, probiotic foods. These are foods that directly work as good bacteria in your gut. When you combine natto, which contains probiotic foods like natto bacteria, with other probiotic foods, natto contains natto bacteria. Probiotics have been reported to improve the gut microbiome, prevent intestinal infections, relieve constipation, enhance immune function, and lower blood pressure. I want to make Jerusalem artichoke with natto. It's truly a food. Just like before, I'll clean only the dirty parts of the skin. And now, I'll cut the Jerusalem artichoke into small bite-sized pieces. You really don't need to measure the amount for this. Just eyeball it. It's fine. Please just prepare as much as you want to make. Just like before, I'll use them with the skin on. Jerusalem artichokes are actually quite similar to burdock root. They contain similar polyphenols and have a similar texture. The skin has a strong aroma, so it gives off a deep, earthy scent like burdock root. It's like this. You can saute the Jerusalem artichoke if you'd like, but I'm going to try heating it up quickly in the microwave. You can enjoy it crunchy as is, but I think it's even better if you heat it a little so it becomes nice and tender. Heating it until it becomes a little soft will help your body absorb the water-soluble dietary fiber better. The heating time will vary depending on the amount, but for about 100 grams, try microwaving it for 2 to 3 minutes as a guideline. This is about enough for 2 servings, and after heating for about 2 minutes, it has become completely soft enough to mash with your hand. Now add natto. You can adjust the amount of natto to your liking. For seasoning, I'd like to use ponzu sauce. You can also use oil or any seasoning you prefer. Surprisingly, when you season it with ponzu, it tastes refreshing and delicious. Finally, add some shredded nori. Adding nori gives it a nice aroma and makes it even more delicious. The Daikyo no Chokatsu recipe, low natto A, is complete. It's rich in inulin, which helps regulate blood sugar. I'd like to tell you about the flavor of this dish, pureed chrysanthemum soup. It's finished a bit on the rich side, so it has a fluffy texture. Chrysanthemum melts in your mouth with a delicious taste, making it perfect for pureed soups like this one. I think it's the most delicious when you eat it as a potage or in a soup. Personally, next is the dressed salad. This one is also finished with ponzu, so again, it's a very refreshing dish with chrysanthemum. The chrysanthemum is a bit crunchy. The texture goes really well with the natto and ponzu. Natto is a probiotic food and chrysanthemum is a prebiotic food. Combining these together makes for the ultimate gut balance. It becomes a recipe, so if you find chrysanthemum, please give it a try. This time it's a recipe for the amazing superfood chrysanthemum. I introduced 2 points. If you want to get the most inulin, deactivate the enzymes quickly. By preventing inulin from being broken down into simple sugars at an early stage, you can maximize your intake of inulin. Also, by heating it a little, it becomes easier to digest and absorb, so I recommend it. Please give it a try. Thank you for watching until the end. See you again in another video. Thank you for watching.